Hello and welcome to Cosmetics Business in Conversation with Vytrus Biotech. I am Julia Ray, I'm Technical Editor at Cosmetics Business, and it is my huge pleasure to welcome the CEO and co-founder of Vytrus Biotech, Oscar Exquisito. Hello, Oscar.
Hello, how are you?
Great to have you here. So to begin, maybe you can tell our listeners a bit about both yourself and about Vytrus Biotech too.
Well, as you said, I'm the co-founder and CSO of Vytrus Biotech. We are a company based in Barcelona. We were originally a spin-off from the University of Barcelona, the Faculty of Pharmacy. So we are a pharmaceutical-linked company that is based in the technology of plant stem cells, especially for the application in cosmetics and also pharmaceutical, mainly topical applications, dermocosmetic applications.
Fantastic. So I believe that congratulations are in order because Vytrus Biotech recently won, not one, but I believe 2 awards at the In Cosmetics Global Innovation Zone, and in the same category as well. You must be delighted.
Yes, well, delighted and very, very surprised because in 2019 we won already the gold award with olea vitae, another ingredient. And we were absolutely surprised about that. This year, we were so enthusiastic about these 2 new ingredients we have launched, but we present to the awards, but we didn't expect to win 2, and neither to repeat the gold and then the silver. So we are absolutely surprised and very, very happy for that.
That's wonderful. So what do you think it was about these 2 ingredients that really impressed the judges?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. Well, because there is a lot of competition, as you know. For me, I think that what judges evaluate positively is the combination between science, good science, and also a very innovation in new mechanism of action, a very innovative approaches. Yeah, there's a combination of, and also naturality. Our products are very natural, sustainable. So I think we are pretty well aligned with the trend, the cosmetic trend. So we are innovative, we are effective, and we are sustainable. So I think these 3 main points are electable to be one of the winners. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's a great combination, isn't it? So
yeah.
The Gold Award winner, now it's called Canabiasense, and it's derived from cannabis stem cells, and it works on the microbiota skin-brain axis. Now, could you maybe explain to us what exactly that is, and how does this ingredient interact with this axis for a beautifying effect?
Well, I'm very proud about. We are very proud about this product because, from our point of view, is before and after. Is the first-in-class product because we center our attention in a natural existing pathway that is in the skin and highlighting the role of the microbiota. As you know, microbiota field is increasing every year, more publications, and we are convinced that it will be in the future very important because the microbiota we have on our skin has a lot of functions in our skin. In fact, in this Canabiasense, we are introducing the concept of the holobiont. We are a holobiont. What does it mean? That we are our human cells, but and also our microbial cells. Yeah. So until now, we are considering the bacteria on our skin as something else that is in our skin that is okay, doing some stuff. From our point of view, our bacteria are us too. So we isn't conceivable. We cannot consider humans and bacteria. Bacteria and humans are the same organism, and we need each other to survive and to be as we are. Yeah. So considering this, we were wondering if this bacteria can influence our mood, our internal state. Yeah. So the challenging point of this ingredient is that we have achieved demonstrating that if you stimulate positively your microbiota, this microbiota, and when I say stimulate positively, I mean if you take care of this microbiota, if you put in and you give a good food, healthy food to this bacteria will communicate with our keratinocytes positively, and these keratinocytes can then activate the sensory neurons in the skin. We have a lot of sensory neurons in the skin, and these positively activated sensory neurons can activate your brain. Yeah. So this is like a domino effect. Yeah. You activate bacteria, bacteria activate skin cells activate sensory neurons, and from these sensory neurons, you have a highway to your brain. And we have demonstrated through a very innovative technique that is resonance magnetic nuclear imaging. Yeah, that is, we put the people in a RMN machine that analyzed in vivo the brain. It was for the first time done in cosmetics. It was quite challenging, and we see that we saw that after only 10 minutes of applying this product on the skin, your brain is very positively activated, specific brain regions that are linked to pleasure centers and also to touch centers. Let me say, when somebody is hugging you or when you have a kiss from another, yeah, this in the brain is activating. In the brain, they are activated these brain areas related with oxytocin. You are delivering oxytocin, and the brain is positively activated. What we have described in this product is that in your skin is also there exists the release of oxytocin, and this topical oxytocin communicates with your brain and activates the brain oxytocin areas. And these brain oxytocin activated areas are feedback to the skin, and there is a positive crosstalk. Yeah, and it's very, very innovative and a very efficient process by which if you take care of your skin, your brain feels and gives to the skin positive emotions, positive signals, and then at the end you feel and your appearance is much better. That's the concept of the product. Yeah. So at the end, Canabiasense is a prebiotic that is designed based in cannabis sativa. I will explain a little bit about this cannabis sativa, but is designed in order to feed or to give a healthy food to bacteria in order to stimulate this bacteria to trigger this natural pathway. Yeah. So at the end, cannabis sativa is a very controversial plant, yeah, because this psychotropic activities is in fashion plant. But we, as a botanist and plant physiologist, we have described and we know that cannabis sativa has many other things than cannabidiol or tetrahydrocannabinol. It has many other things. And here we center our attention in a very specific lipids that are called short-chain fatty acids. And these short-chain fatty acids are the food for these bacteria. These bacteria like a lot these short-chain fatty acids. They eat and they metabolize, and then triggers the synthesis of oxytocin in the skin. Here we have a completely new raw material from cannabis, free from cannabinoids, and has other actives that are naturally in the plant. But through this plant stem cell technology, we have increased a lot the production of these short-chain fatty acids. Yeah, so we have very different raw material free from cannabinoids.
Fantastic. Well, it's certainly a very novel concept, and I think we could all do with more positivity this year in general. So it's definitely on the zeitgeist there. So moving on to the other award-winning ingredient, which is Deobioloni. Now it's a deodorizing active, which Vytrus Biotech says respects the skin's microbiome. So could you tell me, what is it about traditional deodorants that are maybe unfriendly to the microbiome, and how does Deobioloni differ from
that? This product is very linked in how we conceive the cosmetics at Vytrus Biotech and the concept of all beyond. Yeah, if you remember, I said all beyond. This concept, behind this concept, we are considering the bacteria as our own organism, our friends, intimate friends. Yeah. So in this case, we apply the same concept of just take care of our microbiota and consider our own microbiota as us, yeah. And we were facing the body odor, yeah. And here we have studied a little bit what is the market in deodorant, and we see that maybe the approach it was not the best way to proceed, because there are some challenging molecules or challenging strategies, let me say, that avoid the transpiration, for example, or the perspiration, or tries to kill the bacteria on your armpit, because it is described that the sweat, it doesn't smell. What is smelling is the metabolization of this sweat by your microbiota, yeah? And then this microbiota produces bad odor molecules, yeah? So from our point of view, it's not a matter of avoiding the transpiration because your body needs to perspire because it's a natural function, yeah. And what if we deal this microbiota behavior differently? Instead of killing the bacteria or threatening this bacteria, just try to convince this bacteria to behave differently. Let me explain. What we are doing here is based in the concept of quorum sensing. In 2018, we launched a product that is Quoranoni, that is very, very innovative and very successful, let me say. That is based in the concept that bacteria are very small and they have a very smart system to communicate, that is the quorum sensing. They are able to count each other. Before doing anything, bacteria are counting each other and say, okay, I'm the 1, I'm the 2, I'm the 3 billion, yeah? So they have a communication system, a coordination system that is based in the hormones, in the synthesis of hormones. These are in hormones, and when they are enough, they behave. Yeah? Normally, they make a biofilm, or they turn virulent, and so on. So plants are very smart, and they have designed a hacking system. They are able to hack these communication systems to avoid these bacteria to communicate each other. And instead of killing the bacteria, because plants, they also need bacteria as humans, instead of killing the bacteria, they try to control the bacteria, avoiding their organization. Yeah. And when the bad guys try to make a biofilm and be harmful, plants have an anti-hormones chemical war. This is very, very sophisticated. That it's possible to hack this communication. Yeah. Instead of killing, just the underlying message is don't kill the messenger, kill the message. No, don't kill the messenger, only the message. Yeah. So based on this concept, what we have realized and studied is that bacteria needs this quorum sensing system and make biofilms to degrade the lipids and the proteins in the sweat, yeah, and then produce the bad odor molecules. So here we add a plant stem cell product that is based in Morinda citrifolia, very, very unique plant, that is full of anti-hormones, that is, for one side, avoiding these bacteria to degrade these lipids, mainly the lipids, from the sweat. And on the other side, we have developed a probiotic cocktail that it gives to the bacteria an alternative food supply that is more healthier and produces much lesser other molecules. Yeah. So at the end, we say the bacteria, you have to make a diet. So avoid the burger. Yeah. We put the burger and give a salad. Yeah. So these bacteria start eating salad, and because of that, bacteria are still alive and still healthy and produce much lesser bad body odor molecules. So this is the strategy of Deobioloni. And we say the biological deodorant because we have demonstrated that we are not killing the bacteria. We're just guiding the bacteria to digest and to metabolize an alternative food, a probiotic cocktail, that is producing much lesser molecules or bad odor molecules. And we have also demonstrated that this product allows the axilla to perspire normally, because you need to perspire. So being very respectful with the armpit niche, the armpit ecosystem, we are only avoiding the production of these bad odor molecules. So this is very, let me say, smart mechanism to fight this body odor, while being respectful with our skin microbiota, because again, our microbiota are us. So if we kill bacteria, we are killing us. Let me say, it's a little bit sensationalist, but if you are harming your microbiota, at the end you are harming your own. So, and that's why I believe that in the future, the cosmetics, how we are conceiving nowadays, we will change a lot. Because until now, bacteria were our enemies, or sometimes are good or sometimes are bad, but we are us. So I think Canabiasense and Deobioloni are two products that are considering this approach of taking care of microbiota. Don't kill microbiota, just nurse, take care of your microbiota, and if they are not behaving as we want, try to convince these bacteria to behave differently, not killing, convincing them or guiding to make different things.
Fantastic. It's a very gentle way of addressing something like body odor there to work with the bacteria rather than killing it, essentially.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
So can we talk maybe a little bit about how Vytrus Biotech creates its ingredients? You mentioned earlier plant stem cell culture technology, and I was wondering, what exactly is this, and how does it result in these highly effective active ingredients that you've been talking about?
Well, this is a very good question because it's the basics of our company. For us, instead of doing beforehand, I want to make an anti-wrinkle or a deodorant product. What we are doing always is just looking to nature, try to find special things in nature because nature has a lot of wisdom, is very smart, and a very long time ago has testing many different strategies. So what we are trying to do is try, in this case, in the plants, when we find an extraordinary plant or something that is extraordinary in a specific plant, we study how it works, and then we are trying to understand how we can apply this extraordinary phenomenon to our own benefit. Yeah. So we are literally nature inspired. Yeah. We see something interesting in the nature, and we try to apply in a positive in a positive way in our skin. Yeah. So this is one side that for me is crucial. Is the basics of our how we are developing the product. Yeah. And I'm a botanist. I'm a freak of plants. I love plants, and I'm always studying plants. Yeah.
Great fast
And,
right?
yeah, my background is also plants. So this is one side, and the other we have a technology that are the plants themselves. That is a technology that allows us to apply these natural resources in a raw way. Let me say, instead of doing any extraction or purification, plants themselves, at least our technology, allows of instead of making extraction and purification from these cells, we are applying everything that is inside the cell in our skin. Is what we are calling the molecular synergy. Yeah, when you are doing an extract from a plant, you are recovering only the molecules that are soluble in this solvent. Yeah, and as pure as is this molecule, chemically is very pure, but biologically is very, very poor. Originally, in the plant, there are a complex mixture of different molecules that are thought to act together and to perform synergistically. Yeah. So we try to respect this original cocktail and to apply to your skin as it is, trying to modify the minimum. Yeah. So these plants themselves, the plants themselves in the plant is what is, for example, if you cut a branch of a tree, this tree is resprouting. Yeah. Or if you cut the grass, this grass is always resprouting. Yeah. And if I cut your finger, you are not resprouting. Yeah. So the plants themselves, in fact, the correct name is totipotent cells. From one of these totipotent cells, we can regenerate a whole plant. Yeah, from one single cell, a whole plant. So this means that these totipotent cells, or these plant cells, they have extraordinary regenerative properties and can do everything from a plant. Yeah. So based on this principle, what we are doing is that instead of cultivating plants in a field, we are taking these totipotent cells, these plant stem cells, and we cultivate in different conditions, and we obtain from these original cells these regenerative cocktails, or these very sophisticated cocktails. That's why I strongly believe that instead, if you apply a plant with a traditional extract with only a few parts of the original mixture, or you apply in this raw strategy, that's why this second strategy is much, much more efficient and much more effective, because it's more natural. We are closer to nature. How the plant is designs this cocktail, we are applying on the skin. So we don't know exactly how it's done. Who knows is the cell. What we are experts is put the cell in the conditions to guide, again, this cell to produce its treasure, or its combination of molecules. And then we have developed, of course, from the galenic point of view, several processes to maintain and to preserve all these original cocktails in order to be fresh for your skin. Yeah. So that's why it's deserving to work with this technology, because it's possible to work with more natural ways, because at the end, the plant is who knows how to deal with something, and we recover in a cosmetic product and we apply on our skin.
Fantastic. And I'm assuming this is quite a sustainable process then?
Yes, this is also very sustainable. In fact, in last year, in 2019, we won also the gold in the green ingredient with the product. Yeah, it's amazing. We are very lucky and very surprised. But the thing is, because we are very genuinely natural, that's why we are winning all these awards. Yeah. So we won also the gold green award. Because as a very sustainable ingredient that is based in a very close to extinction plant that is called Sarcocamnos crassifolia. Well, it's a plant that is only growing in the south of the Spain worldwide. So it's very rare plant and very close to extinction. And our technology allows to take a small piece or a seed of this plant and then take the stem cells and are independent from nature from decades, from very long time, and without affecting the original, the wild population, we have a reservoir of this plant in our lab. Yeah. So in this project, a specific project, we have the stem cells of this close to extinction plant in our lab. So if something happens in the future with this plant in the wild populations, we have a stock of in nature. So we have a B plan, yeah, for this plant. But we have also agreed and make an agreement with the University of Jaén, that is from the south of Spain, that has a specific program to reintroduce this plant in its natural origin. So we take our incomes from this product to finance a reintroduction process, a reintroduction program in the wild. Yeah. So that's why we are saying that we have a positive impact. Thanks to our activity, this plant is very much better preserved than before our intervention, because we are investing and we are financing a reintroduction process program. Yeah. So this is one example of sustainability. But in terms of water safe and soil safe, we have excellent numbers. We have 99.9% of water saving and 99.8% fertile soil saving. We are not using any preservatives, no pesticides, no herbicides, free from allergens. So we have a lot of data that is showing and demonstrating that compared to traditional methodologies, our technology is very efficient in consumption of natural resources, in the impact in nature. Just to give you a number, we make some numbers. For example, we have a product that is based in curry, in curcuma, turmeric plant. Yeah, we compare what is the consumption of water in a traditional cultivate field and what we need to cultivate our turmeric stem cells. Yeah, and we compare that for each hectare you need to produce 1 kilo of turmeric rhizome. Yeah, you need several months of watering this plant and so on. So at the end, for each kilo of rhizome, you have to put 10,000 liters of water. For each kilo you recover after 8 to 10 months, you have put on the field an equivalent of 10,000 liters water per kilo of rhizome. When we make this study in our technology to produce 1 kilo of our stem cells that is comparable to this kilo of the rhizome, we use 1.3 liters of water. 1.3 liters compared to 10,000 liters.
That's so incredible.
You can imagine how we are much more efficient in consumption of natural resources. This can be applicable to different fields, to different aspects of this sustainability. So our technology is really a new way to work with plants, and a very, very extremely sustainable compared to other methodologies.
Fantastic. That's great to know. Now, are these ingredients easy to formulate with as well?
This is something that the answer is yes. they are very versatile, but it was, let me say, very challenging when we start in this sector, because at the end, the concept is just to try to preserve this naturality, this original naturality. And it was quite challenging to preserve, to maintain during the, to have a shelf life, an accurate shelf life. And we have very good shelf life, but we invest a lot of our research into try to maintain this cocktail fresh. Yeah. And then what we see later is that these stem cells are is a very soft material that can be very easily incorporated in water, in oil in water, gels, and in a very diverse flat and different galenic approaches. And in fact, at Vytrus Biotech, we have advanced quite a lot on that. And we, time to time, we are delivering to our clients formulation guidelines in order not to overcome difficulties, because it's very easy to formulate, rather than to give new ideas and new concepts based on this precious material we have, how we can construct very innovative cosmetics and very innovative formulations, because it's very, very, this material is very, very versatile. It can be used very easily in very different formulations. So this is a very strong point. But before this strong point, we have to invest a lot of time in maintaining this naturality, in preserve this synergistic molecule cocktail. Yeah. So once achieved that, we have a blue ocean to develop and to formulate very easily, very easily.
Lovely. So to wrap things up a bit, what are Vytrus Biotech's plans for 2021? Any more awards maybe?
So for next year, we have to be conscious that it's an exceptional situation, what we have obtained these 2 years. We have scooped 2 gold 2 consecutive years. So it's very difficult to repeat again. But to be honest, we have very innovative pipeline products, ongoing products. We are very enthusiastic because nature is a source of inspiration, a great source of inspiration. So we are keeping working based on innovation and based on the respect on nature. And we are learners from nature. Yeah. So for 2021, we are developing new ingredients. We are still working on that because this year is quite complicated. But what we want to do is to keep doing what we love to do, that is develop products in the cosmetic sector, inspired in nature, and to have fun and be curious and say, what if we could do that? It's possible to make this. Just dream. What do you want to do? Sometimes in our lab, we ask, if you can ask anything in cosmetics, what would you desire? What would you like to have from a cosmetic? And sometimes we take these ideas and then try to, okay, let's test. And we have a lot of, we are very curious and we have fun to try to demonstrate these very freak ideas. Yeah. So we are just keeping doing that. We are enjoying a lot. I think it's also a secret of our success. We are enjoying a lot. We are passionate about what we are doing. So we are just have the possibility to keep doing that. And let's see in the future. Of course, the awards is a very good recognition, but we are not working for the awards. We are working because we love what we are doing. Of course, we will keep applying if it's possible. And we have a recognition, great. But when we have the results and we have our proof of concept solved, we're very happy. So just keeping doing that and be stronger and stronger as a company for next years and to be a reference in innovation if it's possible.
That seems like a fantastic approach. Thank you so much, Oscar, for explaining the science there behind your award-winning ingredients. That was Cosmetics Business in conversation with Oscar Exposito from Vytrus Biotech. If you'd like to discover more interviews with companies like Vytrus Biotech from across the beauty industry, head to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe, or visit cosmeticsbusiness.com.